So yeah, don't cheat yourself this summer. I mean, you fall asleep to these fantastic, imaginative soundscapes, and you're like, wow, did that happen or was I dreaming that? Make the most of life. But one evening when after a long work day and the mind was melting, it's like, man, I can't be thinking here. So this film Terminal Exposure kept calling to me, kind of like in a bad way. It's from 1987, but it's one of those films that's so bad that it's actually bad, and there's nothing funny about it. And speaking of funny, it's actually self-consciously aware at times and tries to be funny about that realization that it's aware of itself, but even that's not funny. It just comes off as like really bad. They really can never do anything to make amends in any way, shape, or form. But one of the draws was it takes place in Los Angeles and Venice Beach at times, so you get to see what real people were like in 86, 87 when they were filming it. And, it's like, wow, if I was there, these are the actual people I would have seen. And it doesn't matter what the film is about. It's immaterial. It's just some goofballs and these goofball scenarios and so forth. But, again, you get to see real people, out on the street and on the beach and so forth. So I'm watching it, and I can't believe it. There's Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo's actually in the crowd at Venice Beach, and this is he's not credited in the film. It's before he's known and so forth. So you see Danny Trejo as a real person, which was really, really cool. I said, oh hey, there he is. So that was actually a highlight of the film and so forth. And obviously he went on to a great renown and so forth. So really cool dude. And, speaking of California and cool dudes, we always got like Carl King out there, he's always being very productive, always just, he's the creative engine that could, and he's always an inspiration to us because he's getting the creative job done, morning, noon, and night, 7 days a week. And he actually wrote that book, So You're a Creative Genius Now What, which is a really neat book on the really making the most of the creative life in very practical terms. And so when we get talk about inspiration and ambition, we include Carl King in that conversation. And in Milwaukee here, we always have to recognize Tim T.W. Hansen, because Tim has done so much for so many. He has not only inspired us to keep going, but he has just kind of, his heart is in the right place. And he's got such a brilliant mind, such a brilliantly creative mind. But he's also got an equally big heart. And, Tim, from all of us in Milwaukee, we thank you for all that you've done and continue to do. Always be strong for us. And, there's always so much life to live, and you've continually proven that to us. So if you see Tim Hansen out and about, give him an attaboy, because he has uplifted and encouraged so many lives. And for that, we definitely thank you, Tim.